How did it all begin? The stars, the planets, life as we know it. What sparked the birth of the universe? To understand that, we need to go back to the very beginning, back to a time when there was nothing, and then everything. The story of our universe begins with the Big Bang, around 13.8 billion years ago. Before this moment, there was no space, no time, no matter. And then, in a fraction of a second, the universe expanded from a single point, exploding outward in every direction. In those first few moments, the universe was an incredibly hot and dense soup of energy. Temperatures were so extreme that even the most fundamental particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons, couldn't yet form stable atoms. But as the universe expanded, it cooled. About 300,000 years after the Big Bang, the first atoms, mainly hydrogen and helium, finally came together. This was the universe's first major milestone. These early atoms collected into vast clouds of gas, which under the force of gravity, began to clump together and collapse. These collapses sparked the formation of the first stars, lighting up the universe and beginning the long process of creating more complex elements. As stars lived and died, they forged heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron, the building blocks of planets, and eventually, life itself. When massive stars exploded in supernovae, they scattered these elements across the cosmos, seeding the universe with the ingredients needed for planets like Earth. Over billions of years, galaxies formed, and within one of these galaxies, the Milky Way, our own solar system began to take shape. Around 4.5 billion years ago, a cloud of gas and dust collapsed under its own gravity, forming our Sun. The leftover material around it began to clump together into larger and larger bodies. Eventually, these would become the planets, including a small rocky world we call Earth. After millions of years of violent collisions, Earth finally took shape. But even in its early days, it was a chaotic place, bombarded by asteroids, with volcanic activity shaping its surface. Despite these harsh conditions, over time, Earth cooled, oceans formed, and eventually, life began to emerge. From the simplest single-celled organisms to the complex life forms we know today, the journey of our planet and its inhabitants has been shaped by cosmic forces that began with the Big Bang. And so, from a single point of energy, the universe blossomed into the rich, complex cosmos we live in today. The Big Bang didn't just create our world, it created every world, and it set the stage for the wonders of the universe we continue to discover. The universe is still expanding, still evolving, and who knows what mysteries it holds in its vast, starry depths. One day, maybe we'll find out.
Trek into history.